Now we do know Keysha Ka'or has 11 children that a lot of us don't know about, except for the one that she has with Gucci, because that one looks much better, you know, for the public eye. She basically hides her children. From what everyone is saying, she don't want anyone to know that she has all these kids. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I do think she has a special needs child as well. Don't quote me on this, I have to really look, right? But I can see where some root work could be put on Gucci. I could see where mental control work could be put on Gucci. I could see where it could be, you know, do as I say. I could see where she could freeze him in the refrigerator, in the freezer type stuff. I can see that because she has a life to upkeep, you know? So in my opinion, I'm not saying it's right or wrong that she's done this. Maybe because Gucci has been going through some stuff after he came back from jail. They got together and, you know, the money is good. She don't want him to blow the money like all the other rappers out here are doing. And I think in her opinion, she probably thinks that it's easier to control him that way because that's what it's giving. Remember when Kanye was under Kim's spell at one point? Kanye was being controlled. Yes, they were saying he has mental issues. But then we make a video about, you know, Miss Jamaica when she unalived herself and she was talking about how she kept hearing people talking in her head and telling her what to do, and you know she was having mental health issues, and Kanye was diagnosed with mental health issues, but he also has a handler or had a handler. So in my opinion, it's not very far-fetched that this could be true. And also she is Jamaican, so I'm pretty sure she knows a whole lot about obeah. And from my opinion and from what I've seen while I watched the interview and I observed what she was saying, talking about she snaps her finger, tell him to snap out of it, and da-da-da, it's giving very much, he's in a jar somewhere. It's giving very much a puppet. It's giving very much there's a doll of Gucci Mane somewhere under the mattress. That's what it's giving. But this is all in my opinion. I don't know any of these people. I've never been in their bedroom. I've never been around them. So I don't know what's going on. But it's giving very much just something going on other than just mental health, right? It could be witchcraft. You do what you got to do, girl. But at the end of the day, too, doing witchcraft on someone, yes, to control him. I don't know if she loves him, you know, to control, to keep the money coming in. And also, you know, she probably does a lot of money work so she can continue to get money coming in from his royalties from his work, which is what's been happening. And also her businesses. You see how her business are booming? I mean, she's never dropped anything that didn't go viral, that didn't like actually sell, right? So in my opinion, she is very powerful. She's probably she's probably initiated, and if she's not, she's doing work and or hiring people to do work for her, in my opinion, and she's keeping Gucci docile, in my opinion. Excuse me, because Nikki saying he's being controlled. Yes, she could be his handler, but she could also be his root lady, doing roots on him. And maybe the reason why she hid her other children away from the media is probably because it was a bad look for her. And maybe, you know, she probably did some work to get rid of the father of these other children so she can be able to tie him up, you know, put him in put his hair in a doll, make a doll of him so she could do whatever she need to do, so he could do whatever she need him to do, you know, because when you have somebody in a doll, you're basically controlling that person, right? And if you have them in a jar, you're also controlling them. All you got to do is just light up a candle on top of the jar every once in a while to shake it back up, or put in one of those little coffee warmer thingies to shake it back up. And I think that's what she probably does whenever she goes out with Gucci, whenever he has to be in the limelight, so he could be under her control. And I'm pretty sure it's like a 24-hour kind of thing. Yeah, you don't have to do it every 24 hours, but you definitely have to keep the work going so it can stay activated. And in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if something like this was happening. Because, you know, it just seems like they got together quick. And from there on, Gucci has not looked at anybody else. Gucci has not been the same ever since jail time, right? Because we thought that he was a clone, but I believe this a lot more than the whole clone thing. Let's get into it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you believe that he has mental health issues and or under some sort of root and or both. Maybe. So let me know. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Love you guys.